Welcome to Big G. We're rolling.
We're doing it. All right.
Hey everyone.
Ali and Gio. We're doing our most recent wrap up. We probably haven't done one for now, probably 3 to 4 months.
It's been a long time.
Maybe even longer, to be honest.
Lots been going on. Heaps has been going on.
This wrap up is for the start of July, and I guess what we'll do is we'll cover, I don't know, maybe the last 3 months of what we've been up to. You probably see that we aren't in our normal location, filming location, which is exciting. So yeah, we'll get into it.
So let's talk about where we are. Where are we?
We are at Podium 1, 7 Yarra Street, South Yarra.
South Yarra, woohoo.
This is our new home, which has been our new home for the last 2 or 3 months. It's a beautiful spot. We're actually adjacent to the train station. Yeah, and it's been amazing. We finally moved into our own space. We were using a serviced office before, so we've been able to paint the walls, put up a lot of plants with Ali's green thumb, and make it more of our own kind of space.
We love it. We're so happy. As you can see, we haven't built any walls yet. It's pretty open, so it's pretty loud in here during the week. It feels great. It feels great to have our own space.
Yeah, so come visit us. We're ready. We want visitors. I know that the restrictions have made it hard for people to kind of catch up for face-to-face meetings. We've had a lot of Zoom and a lot of Google Hangouts, but you know, we're always open to people dropping past. We've got sanitizer and antibacterial wipes always on the table. We've got masks if you want a mask to wear as well. We're as hygienic and COVID safe as it can be.
So, Gio, what's been happening in the past few months? Why have we been so quiet? Do you want to tell us and fill us all in? People are dying to know.
Yeah, let's do it.
Where do we start?
The weekend that we moved into this office,
March. Late March?
Late March, yeah. That's when news of the virus was kind of breaking waves here, and the weekend that we actually came in, painted the walls and moved some furniture in was the time where it was announced for businesses to
shut down.
Pretty much shut down, yeah, which freaked us out a little bit, to be completely candid. You know, we were a little bit concerned as well. We'd just taken on this big lease. We were growing. We were worried about how it would affect our business, like everyone else thought how it would affect theirs. And we did see a bit of a drop off, you know, inquiries slowed down. A lot of clients decided to put off ordering, and for us, you know, we struggled for a little bit also. But after those few weeks subsided, you know, things started to really pick up, and things really started to pick up. Even now, we've tripled our headcount in this Melbourne office within 3 months.
You say tripled?
Tripled our headcount, which is
in 3
amazing.
months.
In 3 months. So,
wow.
A big new team to introduce everyone to. We'll hopefully be able to put up some content, add them to the website so you can get familiar. You're probably already speaking to a few of them. We've got, you know, Joey, Taylor,
Ellie.
Not
me.
Different Ellie. That was a good one. Skylar,
Val, Valerie.
We've got Chen, Oscar. So yeah, it's been awesome. We've been very fortunate in the sense of a lot of hard work, but you know, we've been able to give people jobs and careers during a really uncertain time, and that's been really rewarding for us.
It's great. It's exciting. It's great to see it all buzzing. Lots going on. Obviously, it's a big space for us in Australia, in the market. So, yeah, it's really exciting.
Yeah, it's been cool. So, Ali, what has been happening in our China team during all this as well?
Wow, China team. So, obviously, with the growth of our Melbourne office, we've experienced the exact same growth in our overseas offices. So we've been able to grow our North China office in Shenyang City. I believe last time we caught up and had a video, we were sitting at probably 7 or 8 people over in North China, and now they're at 13 people. And we've grown our South China office in Shenzhen to about 6 now. 6 people in Shenzhen. So yeah,
it's been pretty cool.
It's been good. It's amazing. We've got so many new team members jumping on board. It's been hard because we haven't been able to fly over and meet everyone and spend time training, but we're really fortunate to have good management overseas, and we touch base every day with Zoom calls.
Yeah, and you know, over there they went through what we went through a lot quicker. So there was a lot of people at the start were asking, you know, is China even operational? They've been back to normal longer than we have as well, so they're really ready to get going. You know, they're excited for new projects. You know, we want to keep growing the team there. We're just looking for a new office actually in China as well, bigger one to fit everyone in, which is exciting. Yeah. And we even opened our first office in Surat, India. Which is super exciting. We've got the coolest team of guys there as well. We've got
Hiren, Satish, and Rahul.
Rahul.
So the boys. Got to get some girls in that office as well.
Mix it up a bit
as we grow. So that's Surat, India. Really central location in India that has good access to a lot of different industrial regions. And, we've seen a huge growth in the amount of inquiry for companies wanting to look in India, for Australian businesses wanting to procure their goods from India, outside China, really a lot of countries that we're operating in.
Just on that as well, the results that we're starting to see coming out of India in terms of the manufacturing quality, the price, it is becoming quite competitive. Obviously not on all products, but some of the recent projects we've been able to do, we're really proud of the results that we've been able to bring forward. What it means is it's viable. It's no longer does someone have to just rule their manufacturing into a country like China, even though it's great. Companies specifically like to diversify, and now India is at that point where they can be as competitive. So it's exciting to see how that office will develop and how the projects will kind of come about over the next 2 or 3 years.
It's great being able to connect Australian businesses so easily to great factories across Asia.
Yeah, it's cool. So we've got a headcount now of just over 30 staff.
Wow.
Which is cool to say. I love it. I want to have a big team or teams all over the world. I know Ellie shares the same vision as well. So that's been keeping us really, really busy. Hiring and training staff and making sure we're putting on the right people and at the right time. So we've now been able to free up a bit of time and hopefully start giving you more and putting out more content like this.
It's amazing. So we've got just over 30 staff working in this company, servicing our clients across Australia, New Zealand and the United States. So we're definitely ready. We're here, we're primed, we're geared, and we're going to help everybody take your products and your projects and bring them all to life. I'm really excited about that.
I think it would be good to address the current state of manufacturing in the countries that we work in and where we have knowledge of. For instance, China was really affected straight after the Lunar New Year break. So they went into their Chinese Lunar New Year. A lot of factories didn't come back for about a month or maybe almost 2 months after. What I believe is you'll start seeing, and it's already happened, a lot of companies running out of stock. There'll be a few empty shelves in supermarkets, in places like Kmart and brick and mortar stores. And it's just because, the factories had been closed for so long, orders have backed up. For instance, gym products are really popular at the moment. Production time was generally around 25 to 30 days prior to COVID happening within China. And now it's at, anywhere between 45 to 70 days on average.
Yeah, it's about 2 months to get anything produced in the fitness industry and plus another month to ship it over. So
yeah,
big shortage there.
So China's up and running. There's still just a few industries and a few manufacturers that are still trying to catch up with the demand, I guess.
In China, you're going to see, a lot of people don't realise this, but all the factories that are running at 100%, and there are just a few there that are, like Jerry said, backed up and probably have their focus pivoted to emergency supplies. But aside from those, in that particular industry or category, China is in full swing. So, they're ready to go. They're making products. Products are shipping out. Sea freight is unaffected. Sea freight is going. The ships leaving, coming to every Australian port weekly. Supply chains are running hard and fast.
There's no quarantine on your stock. As much as there's rumours or you may hear, if it's sent through sea freight, the 14 days in transit is the time that goods pretty much quarantine. So when they arrive here, they come straight off the vessel, they get delivered straight to site. So everything is back to normal in China. Like Ali said, we're geared up, we're ready to help. Factories are wanting to work as well.
Yeah. Air freight, that's another story. Price has gone up quite a lot because obviously we can hear things going on around us. Qantas is reducing size staff, airplanes are grounded. So air freight is a lot more expensive than it was last year. Definitely if you're looking at, reordering or restocking your inventory, just allow a little bit more time to send your products by sea. It'll take an extra 2 weeks, but you'll save a lot of money and you'll fit a lot more in if you wanted to as well.
We're in a really fortunate position in Australia where we remain virtually unaffected, in the sense of, you can still go out, you've got support from the government. Countries like India, where there's such a dense population and a high number of population, things like this virus can really impact them both economically but socially as well. And what we saw is India spent quite a longer period of time or duration within lockdown because of the potential the virus could have to harm the population. So I'm happy to say now the factories are returning to work and everything's returning to normal, but I think the last month maybe even longer, 2 months.
2 months, India.
Yeah, it's been very difficult for them.
Total lockdown. We'll see supply chains there being affected quite a lot.
Yeah, but on the positive, the country seems to be in control of the virus. People need to get back to work, so it's all coming back online. Some cool projects are happening there at the moment as well, which we'll share with you. But yeah, India's back in full swing as well.
Our team's in Vietnam as well, traveling around the country, flights, everything. So Vietnam is definitely open for business. We're auditing and inspecting quite a few factories next week as well for different clients. So Vietnam's definitely going.
How many countries are you doing the audits in next week?
6 different countries.
6?
Yeah.
6 countries.
We've been approached by a really large furniture company, I guess that's all we can say, and they've been operating for 20 years at least. And something that we're seeing quite a lot of is now that travel is restricted, businesses or managers in those companies who would normally need to find new factories and travel internationally and audit different suppliers, spend thousands of dollars traveling and flying and lose weeks of their time, they're now unable to do that. And it's probably for the better. They can find a company like us. It's Australian managed, Australian owned. We've got teams in all of the countries that they're looking in. So they've given us a list of factories that they've shortlisted. They'd like us to go and inspect. And within a couple of weeks, we're sending out our teams to the factories to fill out 20 plus page audits, look through and scrutinise, make sure the factories are good and find them the top ones. This is actually going to save them a lot of money, a lot of time. Obviously, they can still work during that time. So I think that's an evolution of business that we're going to see a lot of, that we're being approached for quite a lot of as well. Big companies not needing to fly teams out, and we can all get it done within 2 weeks, in 6 countries. It's pretty amazing.
It's pretty cool. Ali's exactly right with what he said there. You can't just jump on a flight anymore and go and see a factory. I honestly don't believe it's safe trusting the factory that you've seen on the internet that sends you a few photos and videos of their production line. You don't know if they've just stolen it from somewhere else. I think having feet on the ground in a country is incredibly important, and I think utilising services like ours will help, first off, verify if you're dealing with the right factories, but just progress everything a lot faster as well.
International business and trade has changed now quite a lot. And it's for the better. Like, we're seeing a lot of businesses evolve here for the better as well, because they've had to change the way they do things. Like going to a cafe and scanning a code, and you've got your menu and you can order all sorts of different things that change now that have helped everyone take a step forward. I think being able to outsource teams overseas, do what you wanted to do, but to do it better and to do it quicker and to achieve a better result, I think it's just the way it's life.
What's the saying now where a lot of people are saying, starting to realise what could have been a meeting can now be a phone call? That the hours that you'd spend in a meeting, that's easily that you can pick up the phone and call someone. It's going to be the same with the weeks that you'll send one staff member, or you'll spend $10,000 flying over to China to meet 3 or 4 factories. When you can utilise a service like ours, it costs you nowhere near that, you get a better result, and then you have that time back to yourself to put it towards more important things. I think that will be the biggest change we see, is less of that pointless travel or those expenses involved as well, and more of a focus on outsourcing that work to the right people.
That does bring up a really important point that's really close to our hearts as well, that people flying overseas, forget COVID, forget all this stuff. If it hadn't happened, a lot of companies travel really inefficiently. A lot of people will find a few factories online, go visit the factory, they'll get wowed and taken out and wined and dined, and come back and feel like they've got this amazing fly partner, when in reality they're probably working with a trading company and they've just been shown someone else's factory, and they're none the wiser. I think what our teams can do, they're local, they're national, they speak the language, they can quickly weed out and understand what's written on the registration certificate, the address, if the names match, like the name on the door in Mandarin or in Hindi or whatever it is. We're just able to do things a lot better, and I think that's going to help a lot of companies actually weed through what the right factories.
Exactly. So that's kind of our take on manufacturing and travel. We get clients call us and just say, how's the sentiment, or how's the market? What are your thoughts are? Because we speak to so many different businesses every day, we do get a bit of insight, I'd like to think. There's obvious businesses right now that are struggling. The entertainment industry, events, we know that as well. And, we really feel for those businesses. On the other side, we've seen some e-commerce clients of ours absolutely take off in the last 2 or 3 months, tripling their revenue and ordering so much more and so much more frequently as well. What we put that down to is people are at home, can't go out, you can't go to a cafe, you can't go to the movies, you can't go out to a bar, so you get a bit bored. You're working from home now and jumping online and you're buying stuff, which is pretty cool. You're supporting businesses. But yeah, we've seen just e-commerce absolutely crush it the last 2 or 3 months. So now is as better of a time than ever to really launch that business and get your store up and running and start making those sales.
Digital is the place to be right now, and I think again it'll be something that sticks moving forward. You know, there's a lot of elderly people who've never done online shopping, you know, prior to all this, and now they've been taught how to do it, and they're buying things and they're rocking up at their doors, and it's easy. E-commerce is definitely the place to be. You know, for our clients that are operating in e-commerce, or if you're watching this and you're actually considering starting a business in e-commerce, or you've got a more traditional retail business and you're thinking maybe to move online, it's definitely the place to be moving forward. It's just easily accessible. You're not tied to a certain geographic location, and it just opens up a lot of opportunities. So yeah, digital space has really taken off, and we can attribute a lot of our growth to those amazing e-commerce businesses as well, and the rise in new e-commerce businesses. We're seeing a lot of people witness, you know, a lot of smart people seeing the increase and wanting to be part of that. And there is a lot of space, a lot of room in the market for niche businesses, for niche products, just to do things better than people that are already out there doing it. So
Ali. No, didn't say that word, Ali, right? Ali. No, being too serious as well. Ali.
Yes, Gio.
No, seriously. Ali, what industries within e-commerce have you seen taking off? I guess, you know, in terms of more inquiries or types of industries or products or niches.
We're seeing really everything. Like, e-commerce is just, you know, when people need something now, they're just buying it online instead of going to a shop because it's a lot easier. But, you know, pet products, you know, the pet industry is just boosted because people are at home with their pets. So yeah, pet products.
Baby products or children products as well. That's getting really popular as well.
Clothing's gone up as well, like textiles, bags. Honestly, consumer products have really increased.
Yeah. Very much so. And gym products. It's been a huge one.
Wow. Yeah. Helped a few businesses manufacture really high quality weights. There's a lot of new gym or fitness companies coming out, bands, plates, bars.
In terms of the clients that we work with, we love to share, but our clients' wishes we have to respect, I guess. And as much as we want to grab some of the products that are sitting on that shelf to our left and wave them around, we can't. But I guess we'll talk about some of the partnerships that we are working with and that we can share. A short while ago, we were approached by a gentleman who has set up what I believe to be an amazing charity company with a really good thought and intention and a great product behind it. Maybe you can jump in and explain who he is.
I will. Can I grab
grab the box?
I might grab the box.
Awesome.
So we have formed a strategic partnership with a social enterprise called Beat Cancer. Beat Cancer.
What do you think they make?
It's a bit of a play on words, but yeah, we're really excited to be a part of this, to be managing the entire supply. So they're headphones, Beat Cancer. So
noise cancelling headphones.
Very good headphones, high quality headphones. So Beat Cancer is a social enterprise set up by a gentleman in Melbourne, Australia. It's a give back business. So all profits are set aside and donated to charities and invested in different funds in different areas that support research into cancer. And the whole idea behind this is the gentleman that set this up, he said, you know, cancer's around, obviously. It affects so many Australians, so many people around the world. It's generational. It's been going on for a long time, and it will keep going on unless we spend a lot of time and put a lot of effort into doing something. So the idea is to put as much thought, as much funding into it as possible, contribute as much as you can. And if you're familiar with give back type companies, if you've got two like-for-like products in a store that perform the same, that look the same, that feel the same, but one of them supports a charity, then the consumer is definitely going to spend their money or a little bit extra on the ones that actually help the community and help the world.
We hope so, you know, because we know that the great intentions there, like I said, it's a really good product. I've never worn noise cancelling headphones before, and I put them on and I was blown away.
What? Sorry.
I guess why we've come on board is he's been able to get it up and running to this point, which is incredible. Hats off to him. But he was put in touch with us because he's now getting a bit of traction and he just wants to make sure he does everything right. You know, things like auditing the factory correctly, negotiating the price. I think with Ali speaking to the factory just a few times, we're able to get the price down for these headphones by about more than 30%.
So that's an extra 30% going into fund cancer research and initiatives. I don't know, we can't speak too much, but a very big Australian retailer has picked them up, and the headphones, the products that we'll be managing, redoing the packaging, they look absolutely schmick, they'll look really good. You'll see them towards Christmas time in a very big retailer that I believe is in every single postcode.
The type of partnership we have, pretty much advisors. We're not being paid. We're happy to help. We just really want to see this succeed.
It's a good point. We're investing thousands of dollars of resources and time into this. It's not a paid partnership.
So if you see them, you see some cool headphones, and the next time you're in a very common retail outlet, pick them up, do us and do the charity a huge favour and buy these amazing headphones.
Another really good social enterprise community support project that we're fortunate and very excited to be a part of is supporting the Sea Bin Foundation.
What?
Sea Bin.
Sea Bin?
It's like a rubbish bin in the water.
Ah.
Yeah.
Rubbish is bad.
Yeah. So, as part of really exciting for us being entrepreneurs, we're able to help support a lot of Australian businesses and a lot of businesses who are out there trying to make a difference, such as the Beat Cancer headphones that we're part of. But a lot of our clients are focusing on sustainable businesses, on eco-friendly products, and we love it. We support that, and we really want to do what we can in this world to reduce plastics, to reduce waste. Even in our office, we're very much paper-free. We try, although recently we haven't been able to, we use, keep cups and do what we can to reduce our impact. The Sea Bin Foundation is a really, really proud project we're really happy to be a part of. Every single client that comes on board with Sourci, we donate a portion of the revenue towards the Sea Bin Foundation. And I think that you can measure the impact of every single client that comes on board by filtering, I think it's almost a dozen Olympic-sized swimming pools worth of ocean water to take out all the plastics, oils. And this is an Australian organisation, so we're really, really happy to be a part of that. We'll be sending out updates.
Definitely.
On that.
And you can learn more about them where?
So follow Seabin_project, I think, on Instagram, Google them, Facebook, obviously you'll find them. They go around helping schools and educate students, primary school kids, about just being eco-minded or sustainability conscious. So we're really big fans of what they do. We really want to help make an impact. Yeah.
One other thing that really kept us busy during all of the COVID was we were approached by an existing client of ours as an introduction to help supply PPE. For those who don't know, PPE stands for personal protective equipment, and that can be everything from a mask to a gown to gloves to hairnets. And we had no experience at all in PPE prior to this, but obviously, we love the opportunity to help. Yeah, it was an amazing experience, I guess, in the sense of during probably the biggest pandemic the world's seen in the last 100 years, we were actioned to source and procure and import what would be one of the hardest products to legitimately source a good manufacturer of. The problem is in China and other countries, there's a lot of good manufacturers, there's a lot of not so good manufacturers, I guess, and there's a lot of good quality materials, and then there's a lot of not so good quality materials. Something like a mask, if it's not constructed well, if it's not using the right materials, can be the difference of it working safely and being efficient, and I guess it not performing and doing what it should, and then all of a sudden it can lead into other things like, not protecting people the way it should. We helped, and what was the number that we around?
Well,
the numbers around what we did.
I really think that by what you're saying is we pretty much saved the world.
We saved Australia.
We did save Australia, and we're still saving the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
The end user is the government. Literally millions of units of personal protective equipment that we have managed the manufacture and import of, and independent testing. There was a lot that went on.
Yeah.
During the onset of COVID, we were working crazy hours. We were having our teams visit factories, risking their lives as well, flying across China, across Asia, visiting factories in the middle of the night that are making masks and different products. It was
insane.
It was crazy.
Some of the most stressful times of my life have been the last 2 or 3 months.
It was, yeah.
Saying that, I am incredibly proud of everything that we achieved, because we only supplied the very, very, very best quality products at the most reasonable prices to our end receiver, which is the government here and the government in the UK. We became experts. I knew nothing about masks, and by the end of it I could tell you every little stat and percentage and every material composition that goes into it, to the point where we were consulting other bigger companies on how to purchase this equipment from overseas. So it was a testament to the company that we've built, and it really showed us that even during probably one of the most stressful periods of sourcing and procurement and manufacturing overseas, we really did rise above the rest, and we were someone that could be trusted and will be trusted now to help with many other products.
It's a great feat. It's a great achievement. Very, very proud to be able to say, like, we got the calls. We assembled our troops overseas, with people not being able to travel, with so many companies out there, overseas factories just flogging absolute rubbish, stuff coming into the country here. We heard stories that's just non-conforming, doesn't meet the requirements, wouldn't help protect against the common cold, let alone virus. We were performing all kinds of crazy, really highly technical tests, visiting different factories, qualifying different suppliers.
To go on to what Ali said, different tests. At one point, we had 2 full-time staff in one factory. Every 2 hours, a sample was taken from the production line. It was then independently tested within the factory where it was flame retardant, it was cut open, it was checking the material quality, the elasticity of the material within, the way the mask is manufactured. Then at the end of every day, 5 masks that were taken every 2 hours apart were then taken to an independent or 2 independent testing companies. For instance, for masks to test the filtration efficiency, which is the air filtration that runs through the mask, and the blood fluid resistance. So it was next level kind of setup. And all it did was just kind of build on our confidence and build on our clients' confidence that what was going to arrive was going to be the right product. There was no kind of holding your breath and hoping that when it's tested here, it was going to meet the requirements or be safe. We knew every single mask or every single gown or every single whatever product it was, leaving those factories met the requirements, not only there, but of the TGA here as well.
I guess in summary, for the PPE supply for Australia and for the UK, it makes us incredibly proud just to know that we've been able to establish highly critical supply chains in record time to deliver millions of dollars worth of product within weeks, within days, and we can be trusted by literally $1 billion company to be able to do this, to meet strict compliance. We can really do anything. Our teams are capable of anything.
It just shows. For us, this is a really big test. We didn't know how valuable our services are. So it's been incredible.
Yeah.
Hey, Ali.
Yes, Gio.
Do you know my favourite word's vibes?
Oh, shut up. That's my favourite word. Is that your favourite word too?
I love it.
Oh, vibes.
Can't get enough vibes.
Sunlight, vibes.
Sunlight, vibes.
Saxophone in music, absolute vibes.
Big vibes.
Like tropical music.
Soy lattes.
Espresso martinis are also very vibes.
Big vibes.
Why are you saying vibes?
We want to send some. We want to put some good vibes out there. It's a little bit doom and gloom in the world for some not so much, but we're very positive people. We've come out of this better and stronger than ever, and we just want to be there for anyone who's feeling a little bit down or a little bit unsure about if now's the right time, or just having second thoughts of doubting themselves. Even just if you want to talk, you can always reach out. Got a team here. You can always get onto us. We just want to put some good energy out there into the world and help support wherever we can.
Obviously a lot of bad going on, quite a lot of tragedy, negativity, but we just really want to provide that support. We also want to say things will get better, things will change. There are a lot of opportunities that come out of this, and we hope that you're watching this. If you're out there, you're searching online, you're obviously looking, you're thinking about what you can do, and you're thinking about the opportunities in work, in business. So we want to help. We love creating. We love creating something. We love helping businesses. We only succeed when you succeed. So that underpins our entire business model. Get in touch. One, if you obviously need to talk, if you want any help, if there's anything you're curious about, we see a lot of businesses. We know a lot about the digital market. We know a lot about manufacturing, a lot of products. And if you want help with your business, you can't find a better team, really. You really can't find a better team. We're really proud to say that.
Yep, I agree.
Cool beans.
Awesome.
Hey, so we'll see you on the other side of this. We'll introduce you to our very, very big team now. 30 people.
Yeah.
We'll try to get everybody on some video and show you some scenes of what we're doing in the office during the week. It is crazy, loud, buzzing. So can't wait to talk to you.
Yeah, I think we'll start trying to do these more frequently as well. So get used to seeing these beautiful faces in front of you a bit more.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Okay.
See you guys.
See ya.